let's understand about parameters in Power BI. So basically this chart at the moment is showing our revenue at any point of time. However, revenue is the function of our quantity and price. What if we increase the price by 10% or 15% or 20%? What will be the total impact on our revenue based upon multiple increment or decrement in our price? So for that we can use the parameters to determine that what will have the impact on it. So for creating a parameter, we can go to modeling. Inside there is an option of parameter of numeric range and fields. So right now we are understanding numeric range parameter, and let's give this numeric range parameter as price adjustment percentage, and we want it to be a decimal number. So basically we want that our price can be increased by I can say up to 200%. So basically we can increase and decrease it. So let's, instead of 2, let's keep it at -1 and +1, which will show that every time we can do an increase of price by 10 decimal points, which is 10% or 20% or 30%, and we can increase and decrease that as well. So I have done that. Minimum we can go up to -1 and maximum we can go up to +1. So we go and create it. Now if you go below, let it get loaded. So this is our wait for a second, this is our price adjustment parameter here. Here you can see that there is a slicer kind of thing wherein we can increase the price by any point. So we can reduce it by 10 points, or I can say 10% by 20%, 30, 40, 50 and by 100% and so on. So let's go and adjust it first so that it looks fine. So let's go and reduce our chart first, its size here. Let's bring the price adjustment on the left. And let's have a format of this price adjustment for a moment. So let's go to I can say headers, and instead of font din, let's select the Sego UI, and yeah, that's fine with us at the moment. Now for adjusting the revenue, we need to know that revenue is the function of price and quantity. So if we go to our data and inside our measures, we know that we have already created a measure named as revenue. So this is the revenue measure inside which we have found out our total revenue, right? Now what we can do, we can simply copy this measure and create a new measure. Let's wait for a second. Let's give this new measure the name of, I can say, adjusted revenue. So I have pasted the data here first. So this is our adjusted revenue. Now this will bring our entire revenue, and if we multiply that with 1 plus the parameter which we have created. So this was the parameter, and the name of the parameter, if you remember, initially we have given the name as price adjustment percentage. So this is showing as a parameter which we initially gave the name when we created it, and we can just press enter. Through it, what will happen, if we keep on updating the price adjustment here, the 1 plus this percentage will give us the updated number, and this is the mathematical thing. I hope you understood the mathematical part. Now let's go to the revenue trends here again, and inside this suggested visuals, add the adjusted revenue on y-axis. So we write it as adjusted revenue here, and we have selected that at the moment, and let's see what's happening. I think that the adjusted revenue is not working at the moment. Why this is not working? Let's check it for a moment. Let me just keep it as 0 first. Yeah, now I think it's working. So if we want to increase the price by 10%, so what we can do, we can select it as 0.10 and if we press enter, you can see that these data points are showing here, and you can see that our revenue is $1,218.80 and our adjusted revenue is $1408 because of increase in 10% of price. If we reduce the price, so what we can do, we can just go on the left here, and if we reduce the price by, let's suppose, instead of 10%, let's go and reduce it by 40%, then what will have the impact on our revenue? So you can see that our revenue is 1070 at the moment, but when we reduce the price by 40%, our adjusted revenue will be $642. In this way, we can use the parameters when the management keeps on asking based upon certain scenarios what will happen, and if we do this, what will happen. So this is a great tool which can be used at multiple instances, and I hope you understood this. Thank you so much for watching.